Welcome to another edition of Great Health, Abundant Happiness, and Outrageous Love. Mwah. We're talking tonight about everything is energy. Right? Everything is energy.
Everything is energy.
And Karen's got a little event planned for tomorrow we'll end with, but it's all about sharing our energy.
And I actually hope that it turns out to be a massive event.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Because we are all energy. The more people that participate, the better.
Exactly. Science, a lot of people that we talk to want scientific backup for this stuff. I mean, a lot of it can't be fully explained, but one of the famous quotes from one of our most famous scientists out there, Nikola Tesla, said that if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. If you guys knew his work, he did a lot around energy and had a big focus there. But it's all about, like attracting like. We've talked about this before. Mm-hmm. If you put out positive energy, positive things flow back into your life. Likewise, if you put out negative energy, negative things flow towards you. And it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy. We talk to a lot of people that say, this doesn't work for me. Never works for me. I've got all these problems. The way the universe works, if you say, it doesn't work for me, well, it won't. I have all these problems. Yes, you do. You get more of it. So basically, you get more back of what you put out to the universe. That's what like attracts like is all about. It's all energy, right? Flowing back and forth, right?
Right.
So if when I say like energy attracts like energy, so if you put out negative vibes, you attract other things that have negative vibes to you. That's just the way it works. It's like it's a law. The reason why they call it a law is it works that way all the time. There's no change in it.
Absolutely. I mean, they say you're the culmination of the people. Is it the three people that you're around most? And if you think about it, you are probably on the same vibrational frequency as the people you hang out with the most, because that's what you attract.
Yeah, they say birds of a feather flock together. That's what that's all about. It really is. I'm studying the Cabalian a bit right now. I'm kind of interested in it. Heard about it from a few people out here on the internet, and it's the basis of a lot of the things like Think and Grow Rich, and a lot of the things that I read when I was a younger kid. I didn't even know it existed, but I guess it started back in ancient Egypt. Don't have all the details yet, but one of the things...
And we will do another video, if not several, on that once we have more to share about.
Absolutely, but this whole thing about energy started there before Think and Grow Rich and Law of Attraction and The Secret and all that good stuff. But one thing I took out of that, and I'm studying this in a few other books, is that advanced mental alchemists, I guess you'd almost call them like wizards back then, could actually change physical elements in the universe with their mind. So, we've had some things happen that are, I guess, more modern times with these massive meditation groups that have lowered crime rates, and all this stuff is out on the internet. You could Google it and look at it.
Yeah, I actually read one today where they had 1,000 people, I think it was, come together for a meditation to send peace to the people in Lebanon, I believe it was, and they actually are able to trace that there was an actual effect on that.
Yeah, that is
amazing. But for all of those people, I mean, I know everyone wants solid scientific evidence, but you have to piece some of these things together with the notion that these things happened and that there was a result.
Well, yeah, and there's some things that we just can't explain today.
Right.
And I'm sure 10 years from now, 50 years from now, 100 years from now, we're going to say, wow, can't believe we didn't understand that.
Right.
It's kind of like, looking back at, we've talked about this in other videos where the world was flat.
Right.
People thought the world was flat, and you were crazy if you thought it was round. I mean, there's a lot of things through time as we've evolved that you didn't think was possible, right? And now of course it's possible.
Exactly. So if you want to be skeptical about all of this, that's your choice. But that is not going to put you into the advancement of having any of this work for you.
Yeah, and by the way, it's fine if you don't. I mean, it's everybody's got to do their own thing. One thing I was just going to add about us recently for proof, it's interesting. I had a brother that just went through some surgery on Christmas Eve, and I did like a healing meditation where you send healing light to a person that's has an illness or that's going into a surgery, and it was interesting. You build the light up in your heart and get the ball of light in your hands and let it go up into the universe and over to the person that you're sending it to. But my hands were really getting warm. This was myself, all by myself doing this. And it was a guided meditation, and the person running the meditation basically said that you're going to feel the warmth. It was amazing. So it was early in the morning. We happened to be in Chicago at the time. He's back on the East Coast. And Karen got up, and one of our daughters were with us, and I said, look, let's do this meditation together. We all did it. And at the end of the meditation, Karen was saying how she was feeling like short of breath, like she was suffocating.
Yeah,
right?
I can almost feel that feeling right now as you're talking about it. It was wild.
And the interesting thing was when I called my brother and talked to him when he got out of the surgery, the one thing that freaked him out was that they said that he stopped breathing in the surgery. He's fine now, thank God.
Yes.
But how do you explain that? We're doing this healing meditation. We were there somehow, obviously, Karen and our daughter and myself doing this meditation. It's hard to explain some of these things, but you just know that this energy flows, and there's really no limits. You can do it through the distance healing and all of that, which is one of the things you want to work on tomorrow.
Right, and I'm always grateful when we had, that we had that that's a form of a group meditation. It was a smaller group, just one of our daughters and Jeffrey and I, but I was very gasping for air, and I told them both that I'm having this experience during this meditation, and this was at the time of the surgery, so we had no idea that he stopped breathing during the surgery. But the point of these group meditations, which I'm going to get into, is that you have to clearly set your intent when you do it. And for us, for that small group meditation, it was extremely focused on Jeffrey's brother and the surgery. And that's really important. So, tomorrow we're asking everybody to participate in a universal meditation at 6 a.m. Pacific time, 7 a.m. Mountain time, and so on. And we hope that we'll have a much bigger group, and it's really important to know that our focus has to be very clearly defined. So we are sending healing love to everyone affected by what's going on in Australia, and all of those animals that are perishing, and the people and the ones that are injured and hurt. And that is our focus. So our focus is to send this healing love to them, and hopefully some rain as well. Torrential rain would be amazing if we can all focus on that. So the concentration, of energy is super important with this. And there's 3 science-based reasons to support this collective concentration of energy, for those of you who need to have the science information. So number 1, we're all connected and one. So recognize we're all connected and part of one universal being. Call it whatever works for you. Each part governed by vibration. So coming together as one, we can in numbers send those vibrations so powerfully. And that is really the essence of what we're going to do tomorrow. And then according to what's called the superstring theory, which I think they also call like the tug of war or something in their it's the superstring theory in physics, that waves of vibration flow from everything in the universe, affecting the collective consciousness of others. So if we're all coming together for a cause, all on the same side, all that energy can change the vibrations and energy to heal. So, the way that some describe it is like a tug of war. We're all on the same side of that string or that rope with all of our energy. And if we all come together and we're very intent on this tomorrow, I believe that we can make a difference in the hope and the healing in Australia.
Yeah, with string theory, that's actually a law in physics that basically is waves of energy. How just like in an ocean, like you throw a rock in the ocean and the ripple effect, it goes out and grows and grows and grows across the water. It's a quantum physics type theory, and there's a lot of science around this. So you're absolutely right. I mean, it's real.
It's real, and I might add that it can be used for good or bad, right?
Sure.
And in this case,
energy doesn't know good or bad.
Exactly. Right. So we really want to, make sure that we're using this power of the people for the greater good of all, for this love and this light and this healing. And then Deepak says, in every wisdom tradition, meditation hasn't just been to seek inner knowledge. It's been the potential to transform the world. So that is so powerful, and I'm always moved by by Deepak and how much he has impacted my life, and I love to follow him, and both of us do. So when we come together with a single intention, we can really make a big difference. And that is the essence of this universal collective consciousness or meditation, group meditation, that we're talking about, and that we are really, really looking forward to doing tomorrow, and sending, we all have this energy, and there's so many things we can do with it, right? Again, good or bad, the universe doesn't know. But when we can come together as a whole and do something for others, it's amazing. And even if within those 60 seconds, if we have just a few of those seconds overlap where we have a multitude of people, imagine the energy in the universe, because we'll have people around the world doing this. And we'll be live, and we'd love for you to check in, hit the bell so that you get the notification. That'll be your alarm clock tomorrow morning. But if you don't want to do that, that's okay. Set an alarm and be there. We know you'll be there, and I know that Australia is going to feel us there. I know it. And for all of those that want to participate, that really believe, make sure that you wake up with that strong intention to send healing love to Australia, and really don't let anything else, inside that important thought.
Yeah, exactly. And it's worth a try. So go into it knowing that you have that power. And I guess what
I just want to expound upon knowing that you have that power, right. Jeffrey. Thank you. And you do that with me a lot when I say something, and we talk about being impeccable with our words. We know it's going to work. We know it.
Yeah.
Right?
But I was just going to say, how do we know it? It's because in our own lives, we already know that we put out certain energies come back, we can actually change our reality. Our perception is our reality. So
that's right.
Just like I can create my own life, we as a group can create a difference in the elements out there in the physical environment. So I'm excited to do this, and I'm excited to see the news and see the rain come down. I can see it now.
I can too, and I've been really excited all day about it. Jeffrey's heard about it from me all day long. I'm so excited. We all need to do in the world, what makes us feel good. And again, I've said this before, you also have to be logical about it. I wish that I could physically go there and fight these fires, but I'm not qualified for that, and they wouldn't let me do that anyway. So this is something that I know that I can do, and I know in my heart that this is important, and I hope that everybody else feels the same way about it.
Yeah, I think so.
Wishing you great health, abundant happiness, and outrageous love from the nest at Copper Mountain, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Yeah, and go ahead and subscribe, and hit that bell, as Karen said. That'll be your alarm clock. Hopefully you're not sleeping too late. If you're out on the East Coast, it's easier. Obviously, if you're west of us, it's a little tougher. But look forward to seeing you guys in the morning.
Yeah, thank you.